Disclaimer. I've been told by my guide in Afghanistan everything I'm about to say in this video. Everything I'm about to say comes under my understanding only. Things may not be absolutely correct. Also, since the situation in Afghanistan is very unstable and changes very quickly, this video might be outdated soon. That being said, from what I've understood and felt while traveling there, how safe and dangerous is Afghanistan?
Before answering this question, there's one thing I need to say. Absolutely no country has 100% of the square meters labeled as dangerous. There are safe places and dangerous places in every country. And even though I live in Switzerland, commonly known as one of the safest places on earth, I live in Lausanne, the most dangerous town in the country. And yes, at night, there are even places me, like locals, don't go to. But you cannot judge a book by its cover. And through those videos I make about Afghanistan, I'm trying to unveil the bad perceptions people can have about Afghanistan to see what it really is. This intro was absolutely necessary to answer this question. How safe and dangerous can Afghanistan be? And the answer is quite different than what you can expect. It depends. It depends on so many things. Who you are, why you're traveling, with whom, where you want to go, what time of the day you want to go, are you working for the government, what do you do for a living, and blah blah blah. Currently, and from what I've been hearing there, Taliban are not after tourists, they are after the people working for the Afghan government. They even promised the Americans not to attack each other until they are withdrawn from the country. Now, the Taliban are in a lot of small villages between the big cities. And that's why it's hard to know where to go if you're not going there with a guide, because they can be everywhere, and since not everyone speaks English in Afghanistan, it's very dangerous to go alone. So the best thing you can do is to take a guide who knows where to go. I've already been mentioning them in my previous video, but this is the perfect time to talk about them. I've been to Afghanistan with a company tour called Let's Be Fun Afghanistan, and it was amazing. They made me feel super safe, they showed me the most amazing things about Afghanistan. Its people, the food, the culture, the countryside. You can either book a private tour, like I did, on the dates you want, or you can go with the group there. And they've been bringing me to Kabul, around Kabul, Mazar Sharif in the north, Bamiyan, Band-e-Amir, and all the little place in between. That was absolutely amazing. The founders of the company know what to do. They exactly know where to bring you or not to bring you. They've been working for the UN government for the past 10 years, and they are among the people who know the best Afghanistan. So this is absolutely crucial that you go with them if you want to ensure security. Among the things that they did, for example, on the road from Kabul to Bamiyan, which was about 5 hours, they sent 2 cars 30 minutes from each other to make sure that the road was safe, and they would let us know in every single minute that it was safe or not, and everything went without a single problem. That was truly amazing, and I never felt anxious at any moment, especially maybe when we were in the big crowded place in big markets in Kabul, but that was just me. All of that combined made me feel super safe, and I was wondering if I would feel nervous at all or not, but no, I didn't, because I divided security into 2 things. The first is what I call subjective security. This is all the little things you could do to make sure that you would be safe. For example, wearing the traditional shalwar kameez, the big robe and the big trouser pants, like very large. Also wearing the scarf to hide, for example, this, the white lock of hair here. Also removing my septum, hiding my tattoos. That's all the little thing you can do. I was also advised not to take pictures of women without asking them, or even police officers or soldiers, or official buildings. That's all the little things you could do to make sure that you would be safe. I can also advise you to learn a few words of Dari, the most spoken language in the country. Here are some words. Salam, like in a lot of countries it means hello or salam alaikum. You have chatarasti. Chatarasti means how you doing, and if it's a friend or local people you can say chatarasti janajo, it's like what's up. Tashakur means thanks, kind of like teşekkür in Turkish. Yagak bigiram? Can I take you in picture, or can I take a picture of this? This is something you have to ask, obviously, if you want to be polite to people. I've been asking this to soldiers, and most of the time they would say yes, so you can go for it. Manhubasti means like, I'm feeling great. And Haishmikuna means you're welcome. As I say in my first video, you have to keep a low profile there. Most of the time it's not because of the talismans, but just because there are no tourists there. Almost no one goes there. So whenever locals see a tourist, they are very curious and you can be surrounded by people. So in order to avoid that, you have to keep a low profile. And about the objective safety, it's all the little things you cannot control. There are between 6,000 and 10,000 people living in Kabul. So if you die or if you are injured in the bombing, it's just because you are quite unlucky. As I told you, tourists are not the target right now. It can be later, but not now, so if something happens, you're just very unlucky. If you are aware about the subjective safety, and then you can definitely go like, I did everything I had to do. Why would I panic? That's how you can enjoy Afghanistan. I know people who've been there and they panicked all the time and they did not enjoy Afghanistan. So think about this. Think about this when you go to a dangerous place, and you will see that actually it's either not as dangerous, or maybe if it is, you're just going to ruin your own trip, and that would be sad. Nothing happened to me in Kabul, and in Afghanistan in general. But a few weeks after I left, there's been a bombing in a girls' school in Kabul, and around 80 people died. So it's not to say that everywhere is safe. It's just to say that you have to be aware of where you go, and who you can fear and who you cannot fear. And for this you can take a guide. This will be the best way to truly enjoy this. And actually I was just brought from point A to point B, and I could see everything in between, so I didn't have to think about anything, and I was very comfortable. What was the situation in Afghanistan when I was there? As you can imagine, there were checkpoints heavily guarded everywhere, and if I just wanted to go to a mall, we had to be padded everywhere. Most of the time when we want to go to a shrine or to a mosque, they had to go inside of my bag. I had to prove them that this camera here was a legit one, not hiding a bomb inside. I had to turn on my computer and so on to make sure that it was safe. Which brings me to a good point actually. My guide sometimes had to bribe the guards checking the entry of a mosque, because things like my camera were not allowed. So because they didn't want to take a risk, but since I proved them it was very safe, we just put a little bill in their pocket and we were fine. So that's how Afghanistan works, I guess. Also, our hotels were 24/7 guarded. Every time we had to go there, we had a guard with a big weapon, with a mirror, would check under our cars, most of the time open the back of the car, check our passport. And yeah, I didn't feel very nervous about this because I knew it was for my safety. So yeah, I was just very intrigued and fascinated by this. To end this video, I have to say that if you really want to enjoy Afghanistan at its best, you have to take a guide, because you won't have to think about anything. You will just be brought everywhere, and this will be absolutely amazing. You will meet amazing people and live the best experience. That's what truly Afghanistan is. It's not about hell and war, it's about beauty. And once you step in, you will see that it will change your perception of Afghanistan.
Thanks for watching this video. My name is Rafael White, and if you like my travel videos, you can follow me here as I'm traveling to every country in the world.